YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I'm on Total War Shogun 2 for the first Throwback Thursday. I will, of course, be willing to visit pretty much any game, starting with Rome Total War all the way up to Total War Rome 2. I don't have the original Medieval or Shogun, and I'm not sure how well they would record or play on such a new computer anyway. But I'm here, and I wanted to take a look at one of my favorite historical battles that was on this game, and it's the Battle of Kawanakajima, if I said that anywhere near right, which I may not have, and it's in 1561. It says the greatest of 5 battles between the legendary rivals Takeda Shingen and Uesegi Kenshin. As some of you might know from my Shogun 2 videos, I was a pretty big fan of Kenshin, and this ought to be a pretty fun battle to go look at. As far as the real history behind this battle, I am not familiar with it, so I can't really fill you in on it. I only read just a limited bit about Kenshin, just other than the fact that he was an excellent commander. And then, of course, Takeda Shingen was as well, and they were definitely rivals. Some interesting stories between the two, but like I said, I'm not the person to really be giving you any historical reference. You can go look that up on your own, and I'm sure if you go look into the Sengoku period of Japan, you can find pretty much all the information you're looking for. I'm a little more familiar with Hannibal, but once again, I'm an engineer. History is just a pastime for me, and study it just for my own knowledge when I so choose. Let's get things started. I'll let you watch the intro here.
For 8 years and 3 battles, Uesegi Kenshin struggled against Takeda Shingen. They met for the 4th time on the Hachimambara plain in Kawanakajima. Reliable spies had informed Uesegi Kenshin of movement within the Takeda castle during the night before the battle. Takeda Shingen split his army in 2. Believing this to be a secret, he would lead 1/3 of his men down onto the plain during the night. The remainder, under the command of his leading general, were to climb Mount Saijo, where the Uesegi were camped, to catch them unawares and drive them down onto the plain and onto the waiting spears of Takeda's men. Lord Uesegi, as always, proved to be Takeda Shingen's equal. During the night, he silently marched onto the plain. He now had the advantage as he moved against the unsuspecting Takeda army. With Takeda Shingen's army divided and superior Uesegi numbers on the plain, victory for Uesegi Kenshin was now a clear possibility.
Alright, so as was mentioned, I forgot I have my unrestricted camera on, so I have to get the controls to stop being backwards. I'm going to pull up all my spearmen here, and what I will do, there's some, I do believe there are some, yes, some bows down here for the, I'm going to pull up my bowmen and my katana samurai into this vicinity, as well as my katana cavalry, and I'll put my warrior monks over here with my Yari Ashigaru. I'm going to basically form up a line here and get Kenshin safe. Wow, I haven't played this game actually, honestly, since Rome 2's release, and don't get me wrong, the game is beautiful and I like it, but the controls on Rome 2 are better, in my opinion. That's an opinion thing, of course. But in my opinion, they feel better. So what I'm going to do, essentially, is get ready to... I'm going to take a katana cav here, and I'm going to take another one to this flank. And my katana samurai are coming over. Oh, they're already winded as well. That's no good. Some of my men are fresh, though my bowmen are now ready. Let's get these guys into a loose formation. We've only got so much time before both Takeda forces are all over us. So what I'd like to do is focus out some of their bows, and use that as an opportunity to get my katana cav and some of my katana samurai into action. Let's go ahead and start running this way, and bring my cav in here as well. There are some Yari Ashigaru. Start a wide out flanking maneuver here. And basically I'm just going to spear box in this vicinity. And I want to make sure that my matchlocks are on skirmish. Okay, the Ashigaru are now following my Katana Cav. That's just fine. Just keep them away from him and move this way towards a target of better opportunity, which is going to be these bows. And we can intercept these Ashigaru, as well as those Katana Samurai. And we should be able to wrap things up somewhat nicely here. My bowmen have taken a few losses, but it's not going to be any huge deal. I'm going to reinforce right here and again here. My Katana Cav is into this general and this Katana Samurai. Katana Cav in single player is not going to be quite as good as it is in multiplayer, but should be quite good. And then my Katana Samurai should pretty well be destroying these Yari Ashigaru, but it's not. Seems like it's dying to them, actually, which is rather incredible. But of course I do have it on the hard setting, which means the AI is probably going to be getting some buffs. Of course I probably had to pay attention, too, if I wish to live. Well, hopefully I can get my game together here and do a little better. Gonna get my Katana Cav in here, and I'm actually gonna disengage because there's a spearman incoming. And what I'll do is go ahead and get some Katana troops this way. And it looks like I am possibly going to turn around this fight. I can get into the back of here. Sorry I'm kind of so far up. I will try and get you a few close-ups, but I'm not sure that it would allow me to save a replay from historic battle. I'll try and get you a few close-ups here, though. Really is quite beautiful in its own right. Shogun 2 kind of has a different art feel to it. But like I said, it's beautiful in its own way, even though in my mind I do believe the graphics on Rome 2 are better. Now some of you disagree because there was some optimization issues and other stuff, but I think in general they're better. But again, this game is really a wonderful game, and it looked very brilliant as well. So not by any means am I meaning to bash on it. So my own Katana Cavalry is caused the rout of Takeda Shingen. I'm going to pursue, and we are going to rout this this unit as well. My bows can finish off this last Takeda bow unit, though I'm getting bunched up just a little bit here. Looks like Shingen has actually fallen in combat. Okay, we do have some light cav bearing down on us. Gonna see if I can get some preliminary shots here. Of course, my guys were set to skirmish and skirmished before they could shoot. That wasn't a very intelligent move on my part. Okay, these troops can all come back. Get them back to the fight. The Takeda Cavalry, which is Yari Cav in this case, has run into my spear wall and will most certainly be cut down. There is a Takeda Bow Cav behind my lines. I'm going to see if I can take my monks off skirmish and try and get a few shots. I don't have line of sight at the moment, it doesn't appear. Oh, I guess that hill was obstructing my line of sight. That makes sense. Thought I would have had a good line of sight, but I did not. That bow cav is actually ripping into me quite nicely. Well, I wouldn't say nicely because I don't very much enjoy it, and my my matchlock monks don't really have the best shot. So I'm gonna pull back, let my men stay in the spear wall formation. Actually, let's take these guys out to this flank, and we'll take these guys to this closer flank. And I do have some bows here that have ammunition left, albeit not too much. We'll see if we can take out the enemy bow cavalry. I'm going to have a break in my line right here, so I'm going to get ready to plug it with these Katana Samurai. Let's actually inspire this Katana Samurai and charge it into combat. And what I'm going to do also is I'm going to stand and fight. I probably should have rallied my men first. That was a mistake. But we are no doubt going to be in for a bit of an ugly fight here. My matchlocks are going to shoot some of my own men in the back. That's probably not good. Let's take them to the flank. as well as sword unit, and this unit can come around as well. And let's now get these units here. My spear wall is working quite well. I put Kenshin into stand and fight just a little too close to the fight. Here he is, right there with his bloody sword. At least it looks bloody. And it looks like my guys are actually having no problem cutting down the enemy troops. My bows are now cutting down the enemy cavalry, and we're getting a general rout. So, looks like that even on very hard, this wasn't too terribly bad. Just have to match up your forces right. So there goes the Takeda forces in retreat. Again, though, the game really is quite lovely. It certainly has a beauty to it. In any case, let's end the battle, take a look at the statistics. That's pretty fun. That's a fun battle. Some of the historical battles are really quite entertaining. And of course, I like the matchup between Wasegi Kenshin and Takeda Shingen. And of course, this was just a brief opportunity to take a look back at Shogun 2. As I continue these Throwback Thursdays, we can take a look at other games. We can come back to this game. We can come to whichever game you all like. And I'm sure that there's going to be opinions in every direction. Some people telling me which one are better than others and why, and that's perfectly fine. I'll try and, of course, split it up and make sure folks hopefully get to see what they like. And there we had a very decisive victory, it looks like. Let's take a look at the kills. This Katana Samurai here really doing well. Katana Cavalry did very well. Bow Monks doing well. Only lost 4 men for 187 kills. These Uri Ashigaru and Spear Wall were quite effective as well. And let's see, Takeda Bow Cavalry. Wow, 180 kills of my lightly armored troops. That shows you the power of Bow Cavalry in the right situation. They were certainly a fun unit to use in this game. Yeah, anyway, that's just a fun quick look back at Total War Shogun 2. And this, again, was just a quick historical battle. Hope you all enjoyed it. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.